from brothers to strangers.
When I was a child, my best friend was Mateo. We lived on the same street, just 3 houses apart. Every morning before school, he would knock on my door, and we would walk together, talking about everything and nothing. We played soccer in the empty lot behind our houses and built treehouses in the old oak tree by the fence. People in the neighborhood used to call us the twins, even though we looked nothing alike. We were inseparable, and I believed we would always be like that. One of the most important people in our lives was our elderly neighbor, Dona Elena. She was kind, funny, and a little mysterious. She had no children of her own, and she loved telling us stories about her past, how she once traveled to Europe, how she planted every flower in her garden, and how she believed that people showed their true character in times of need. We helped her with groceries, watered her plants, and kept her company. She used to say we were the grandchildren she never had. As we grew older, things started to change. Mateo became more competitive. He always wanted to win, not just in games but in school and in life. I did not think much of it at first. I thought it was just part of growing up. But slowly, I began to feel that he was comparing everything, our grades, our clothes, even how many likes we got on social media. We still talked, but it was not the same. The connection we had as kids was fading, and I could feel the distance growing between us. Then, one day, Dona Elena passed away. It was a sad time for the whole neighborhood. I cried quietly at her funeral, holding the small photo of her she had once given me. A week later, something unexpected happened. We were both called to meet with her lawyer. I had no idea why, but when I arrived, I saw Mateo sitting there too, confused. The lawyer opened a file, looked at us, and said that Dona Elena had left her house and all her savings, nearly $1 million, to be split between us. I was shocked. I had never imagined that she had that kind of money. Mateo looked at me, and for a second, I saw the boy I used to know. But then his expression changed. He said, I should get more. I was always closer to her. I could not believe what I was hearing. I told him, she wanted us to share it equally. That is what the will says. He shook his head and said I had manipulated her, that I had tried to steal his part. From that moment, something broke between us forever. Over the next few weeks, things got worse. Mateo hired a lawyer to challenge the will. He started telling people that I had convinced Dona Elena to leave me half, that I was greedy and fake. I tried to stay calm, but it hurt deeply. The boy who once called me his brother was now trying to destroy my name. My parents were shocked, and so were the neighbors. Some people believed him, others did not. I felt lost and alone. I still remember the day we met in court. He did not even look at me. We sat on opposite sides, like strangers. The judge read the will and confirmed that everything had been done legally and fairly. I won the case, but I did not feel like a winner. I walked out of that courtroom with tears in my eyes. I had the money, yes, but I had lost a friendship that once meant the world to me. It felt like a piece of my childhood had died that day. In the following months, I used the inheritance wisely. I paid for university, helped my parents with some debts, and donated part of the money to causes Dona Elena cared about, education and the environment. I visited her old house often, now mine, and sat in the garden where we used to talk. I tried to remember the lessons she taught us. She believed in kindness, in honesty, in sharing. I wondered if Matteo remembered any of that. Years passed, and I never saw him again. Sometimes I would hear news: he moved to another city, he opened a small business, he got married. I felt a strange mix of sadness and peace. We had chosen different paths, and maybe that was how it was meant to be. I still missed him sometimes, especially when I saw old photos of us riding our bikes or laughing in the rain. But I learned to let go. Life has taught me that not all friendships last forever. Some people are only meant to walk with us for a while. Matteo and I were like brothers once, and I will always treasure those memories. But I also know that envy and pride can destroy even the strongest bond. I hope that wherever he is, he has found peace. As for me, I continue to live my life with the values Donna Elena taught us, because some lessons never fade.